Hello, and thank you for joining us for DCTV's Top 9 of 2019. I'm Diamond Lewis, host of Let's Talk DeKalb.
And I'm Aviva Hoffman, host of The Furry Files.
And I'm Crystal Thomas, host of Dear DeKalb.
On this look back at 2019, my fellow reporters and I are going to show you 3 of our favorite stories from this year that ran right here on DCTV for a grand total of 9 amazing stories. We've got a great show for you. Let's take a quick look at what you're going to see on DCTV's Top 9 of 2019.
All that and more after the break.
Welcome back to DCTV's Top 9 of 2019. I'm Diamond Lewis. Our first story features a look at this year's State of the County video. This video highlights DeKalb's accomplishments from 2018 and the beginning of 2019. It also highlights some of the Thurmond administration's upcoming goals and key strategies for the future of all of DeKalb County. Here now is story number 1. With each passing day, this community of bustling businesses, diverse neighborhoods, and prestigious mainstays continues to rise toward a progressive future.
We take the responsibility seriously. We will not let DeKalb County down.
Where children enjoy parks and green space slated for enhancements.
We go to pools, we go to this huge water park, and it's really fun.
Ongoing assessments and critical upgrades, repairs, and replacements address the needs of the county's underground infrastructure.
We have been so impressed with the transparency, responsiveness, and generosity of the county. They rose to the occasion.
And signs of life are cleared, making a way for the progress of the future.
Once they move this debris, you're gonna see me jump. I'm gonna jump.
This is DeKalb County, where the quality of life is only set to improve through a proven track record of success and the setting of a national model of best practices.
Our Library of the Year is the DeKalb County Public Library System.
The technology itself isn't going to solve anything. It's the business practices and it's the teamwork involved to make that happen.
Talking about the economic and workforce development in DeKalb County is just one of many examples of how DeKalb County is rising.
In DeKalb, county leadership leverages collaboration and partnerships for progress.
Advance DeKalb is the first time we're bringing the private sector together with our public sector partners.
Developing relationships to get that done is so important.
There's more things coming in here. We're going to see buildings torn down and replaced with newer buildings with more people.
Home to booming development, sparking jobs, business growth, and investments.
We're trying to make DeKalb County the center of the entertainment industry in the state of Georgia.
Strategic planning and preparation for growth and mobility 30 years into the future.
Traffic calming or bike lanes or more walking trails, that kind of stuff that can help increase use of transport that's not solely cars is awesome.
Creating transportation options on the ground.
I really like how they're trying to develop transit into the future. They have some plans about maybe moving forward in 5 to 20 years.
And in the air, such as at PDK, Georgia's second busiest airport, located right here in DeKalb County.
Protecting our investment in transportation and positioning our county for growth through infrastructure stability is key to moving forward.
DeKalb is rising toward the future with an expected $1 billion impact from the county's first ever SPLOST.
But every time that we see a new piece of fire or police apparatus, every time we see a new mile of freshly paved road, and any of these other improvements that we're committed to, people know that that is your sales tax pennies at work.
The men and women of the Public Safety Agency are really excited about SPLOST and the opportunity to improve technology and equipment that they actually use to make citizens safe.
It's going to be exciting for not only the department, but it's going to ultimately save lives.
From creating life-saving solutions to supporting those who risk their lives for our protection.
Our goal is to have the best trained, the best equipped, and the best paid men and women in uniform anywhere in the state of Georgia.
That training and support extends toward our next generation of leaders as well.
I love this program. I think everybody that's able to do it should, and I'm very thankful for the staff that makes this possible.
There is no question DeKalb County's visionary and transformational leadership has invested in the progress of this county, which is why the state of DeKalb County is one in which this county, our county, is on the rise.
We're making tremendous progress all through our government on various fronts. We are literally going in the ground and rising up.
2019 has certainly been a successful year for all of DeKalb County. We certainly can't wait to see what 2020 has in store. DeKalb County is without question on the rise. Our next story is one that made national headlines. This is the story of sisters 10-year-old Jayla and 3-year-old Callie Dallas. In May of 2019, the sisters were enjoying a beautiful day at the pool when suddenly things went horribly wrong. Little Callie almost drowned, but luckily her big sister Jayla quickly came to her rescue. Here's story number 2. Enjoying a splash in the pool on a hot Georgia day is common. What's also common is the number of incidents of drowning. In fact, drowning is the leading cause of unintentional deaths for children ages 1 to 4. It's a reality tough for families and even first responders.
It's hard. It is very hard because, I see my own kids, in the eyes of pediatrics, small children and stuff like that.
We go through a lot of rigorous training and, always the bad calls you expect an adult. For it to be someone so small, it is kind of jarring.
It's exactly what occurred in mid-May when 10-year-old Jayla Dallas and her 3-year-old sister Callie were enjoying this pool at their Chamblee apartment complex with their aunt. Having lost control after flipping under her green inner tube, Callie struggled to breathe and rise back to the surface for 2 minutes before Jayla rushed to her sister's aid, determined to keep this nightmare from becoming an ultimate tragedy, the loss of her beloved baby sister.
She was heavy, so I had to pull her by her hair, then I grabbed her by her waist and pulled her up.
When I took over, I did it for, again, about 3 or 4 minutes. And that's when she regained breathing and a pulse. She would start breathing and then stop. And I'd start CPR again. She'd start breathing and stop.
I've got a definite pulse.
It really is impressive how just instinctually she kind of knew what was happening.
It's unquestionable that she is the reason why her sister is alive today, without a doubt. So early CPR, her reacting the way that she did, and I think that, she gets 100% of the credit.
Credit has come in the form of local and national media attention, where Jayla's swift action and literally saving her sister's life has become a viral inspiration for us all. And as for whether this hometown hero has a future for donning this badge, local first responders on the scene that day have this to say.
It's a tough job, and to see him start that young, she definitely has a calling for her. We rarely ever see someone that young be able to step in with that much confidence, know what they're doing, and pull through with it as, the youngest one on scene without any further instruction.
Hey, I just want to say great job. You did everything that we could have done, and you gave your sister the best chance possible. And it's really good to have people like you in this county and in this country, and I'd like to thank you for what you did.
Great job. I can't even imagine what you were going through, but for you to keep your head about you, to do what you did, you're ultimately what saved your sister's life.
What a wonderful ending to what could have been a true tragedy. As you just saw, Jayla's heroic actions led to national and local attention. She was honored by the school and even DeKalb County government, where she received a proclamation actually naming June 11th as Jayla Dallas Day in all of DeKalb County. Great job, Jayla. It was a pleasure to meet you and your baby sister. This next story highlights DeKalb County's 4th annual Breast Cancer Awareness 5K Run Walk. I love covering this event. More than 1,000 DeKalb County employees, residents, and officials all came together at North Lake Mall in Tucker and united DeKalb County for a cure. Through fundraising, DeKalb County raised more than $20,000 to go towards Susan G. Komen programming right here in our county. Here now is story number 3. Thousands gathered at Northlake Mall in Tucker for the 4th annual DeKalb County Breast Cancer Awareness 5K Run Walk. 2, 1, uniting DeKalb for a cure! DeKalb employees, residents, and officials laced up their sneakers for a day of celebration for breast cancer survivors and a day of remembrance for those whose lives we've lost.
I'm out here for my mother-in-law who passed at 48.
My wife is a 2-year breast cancer survivor.
I'm representing my sister. We lost her to breast cancer in 2006.
My wife's mother died from breast cancer at age 38 years old. So every year we support all the Susan Komen events.
This annual community event is a partnership between CEO Michael Thurmond, Susan G. Komen Greater Atlanta, and Northlake Mall.
It's important for the government to be out here because we're sometimes the front line around prevention and awareness.
Everything we can do as a county government, I think we should to eradicate cancer in our county, to make sure that people know what's available to them.
According to the CDC, about 250,000 cases of breast cancer are diagnosed each year here in the United States. Almost 41,000 women and 460 men in the U.S. die each year from breast cancer alone.
Breast cancer runs in my family, and anything I can do to promote awareness to get your mammograms, I always do that. I do a lot of stories in DeKalb County, some good, some bad. So when I have an opportunity to connect with the people here with something positive like this, always take that opportunity.
I'm very big into fitness and wellness and lifestyle, so it's always a pleasure to be able to use those skills to get people warmed up for this 5K.
DeKalb County surpassed this year's fundraising goal, raising more than $20,000, which will fund Susan G. Komen programming initiatives right here in our county.
I am so excited. Can you tell by the pink hair? We come out to show our support every year. This is amazing.
DeKalb County government employees form teams to run or walk in the 5K and help raise money for breast cancer research. And this was truly a countywide effort.
We have a lot of survivors out here, and we're here to celebrate them, support them, and raise money for a cure.
Put on an event like this because it involves the community and show our presence that we're here for the community. So anything that hinders the community hinders us.
Breast cancer touches all of us. It's too common and it's time to put an end to it.
DeKalb employees and citizens answered the charge to unite for a cure and raised awareness in our communities.
Uniting for the cure!
Great job, DeKalb County. We certainly had a lot of fun, and the cold weather and rain did not stop us from uniting for a cure. More than $20,000 raised. Now that is truly amazing. Great job. A big thank you to everyone who attended the 2019 DeKalb County Breast Cancer Awareness Run Walk. And of course, we hope to see you next year at the finish line. Once again, I'm Diamond Lewis, and I hope you enjoyed my 3 favorite stories from 2019. After the break, you'll be joined by my fellow reporter, Aviva Hoffman. DCTV's 9 of 2019 will return right after this break.
Welcome back to DCTV's Top 9 of 2019. I'm Aviva Hoffman. I'm here to show you my 3 favorite stories from 2019. This was a great year for DeKalb County, and we don't want you to miss any of it. Story number 4 is about how DeKalb County kicked off the beginning of SPLOST projects. In 2017, DeKalb County voters overwhelmingly approved the Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax. And in this story, we showed viewers how these funds are already making a difference in our county. Let's take a look at story number 4.
Many positive improvements are underway throughout DeKalb County. Less than 6 months after a Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, or SPLOST, went into effect in DeKalb, officials began implementing projects to improve our roads, public safety, parks, libraries, and senior centers.
We take the responsibility seriously. Our commitment is that every penny will be invested in improving the quality of life in DeKalb County. We will not let DeKalb County down.
In November 2017, DeKalb voters overwhelmingly approved SPLOST to support major countywide improvement projects. The penny sales tax collections began in April 2018. In September 2018, DeKalb County CEO Michael Thurman unveiled a new public education campaign, the Penny Family, with each member representing the different areas of SPLOST funding.
All right, here we go. Drum roll is Mr. Joe Penny.
Be sure to look for Joe Penny, Officer Penny, Chief Penny, Libby Penny, and Parker Penny to easily identify where SPLOST improvements are taking place throughout DeKalb County. Also in September, CEO Thurman announced DeKalb's $8 million purchase of public safety vehicles and emergency equipment, thanks to funding generated from the One Penny SPLOST.
The addition of new public safety vehicles and equipment will improve public safety, decrease response times, and deliver significant cost savings to our county.
DeKalb Police Department purchased 50 police patrol vehicles equipped with advanced safety features and technologies.
The men and women of the Public Safety Agency are really excited about SPLOST and the opportunity to improve technology and equipment that they actually use to make citizens safe.
The county will purchase an additional 50 patrol vehicles in 2019.
Without the vehicles and equipment that we are receiving through our SPLOST, we wouldn't be able to be as effective, as efficient as we should be.
Our goal is to have the best trained, the best equipped, and the best paid men and women in uniform anywhere in the state of Georgia.
The DeKalb Fire Rescue Department purchased 10 fully equipped rapid response vehicles. The full fleet of those vehicles will be in service by March 2019, with 2 added to each DeKalb fire station.
These items are going to make us better at doing our job. It's leading us to becoming a first-class fire department, one that's a Class 1 fire department. These items are heading us in that direction, so we're extremely excited.
The fire department also purchased 313 Motorola two-way radios specifically designed for firefighting situations.
What this says is that we are now in a position to make sure that the folks who have protected us, the folks who guard us, who oversee a lot of the things that go on to keep us safe, we want to take care of them.
Every time that we see a new piece of fire or police apparatus, every time we see a new mile of freshly paved road, a roof on a facility, and any of these other improvements that we're committed to, people know that that is your sales tax pennies at work.
Also in September, CEO Thurman kicked off the first paving project under SPLOST. These funds are making it possible for the county to repave more than 300 miles of DeKalb's worst streets and roads.
I am so excited about it. This is a time that I have waited for. You know, when I moved here 55 years ago, it was up. I've seen it fall down, and now I see it rising up again.
In addition to the list of county projects, each DeKalb municipality has its own list of SPLOST projects. Unincorporated DeKalb County will receive an estimated $388 million in revenue during the next 6 years as a result of the SPLOST.
I can't wait to see the many vital projects that will come out of DeKalb County's SPLOST in the coming years. These projects will improve county roads, infrastructure, libraries, parks, and public safety. For more information about SPLOST, visit DeKalbSPLOST.com. Next up, the DeKalb County Library System certainly has some major bragging rights. It topped all other libraries in Georgia's 159 counties as the 2018 Georgia Library of the Year. DeKalb's library system was recognized at the Georgia State Capitol for this honor. Check out story number 5.
Our Library of the Year is the DeKalb County Public Library System.
The DeKalb County Public Library System receives top honors at the state capitol. With library supporters and employees on hand, our state's top elected official recognized DeKalb's library system as #1 in Georgia.
Thank you for what you're doing in your local communities back home, keeping our state educated, helping us get that workforce that we need out there in this great state. So God bless you all. Thank you.
The Georgia Public Library Service selected DeKalb's library system as the 2018 Georgia Public Library of the Year. The annual award is one of 5 in the state, acknowledging superstar libraries, librarians, and advocates.
It's my honor to be able to represent all of DeKalb County Public Library staff because this really has been a team effort, and we're just very proud of the work we're doing.
These creative, innovative programs include Primetime Preschool, using storytelling and playtime to introduce young children and their families to literature. A free mobile hotspot program, allowing patrons to check out a mobile device to connect to the internet. The Human Library Project, allowing participants to have very personal, one-on-one conversations with guest speakers, like an ex-gang member, a refugee, a blind person, an atheist, a transgender woman, a wrongfully convicted man, and more.
We just want an opportunity to come together, offer you a safe space to sit down and have a conversation.
Another library feature, overdue fee pardons with fine-free summer promotions and all kinds of additional reading programs held throughout the year.
DeKalb County is one of the most, if not the most, diverse, culturally diverse counties in the state of Georgia. And the library goes a long way to promote that through programming and services that we offer to the communities.
DeKalb County CEO Michael Thurman attended a special ceremony at the Decatur branch in January to first recognize DeKalb earning the Public Library of the Year award. In 2018, CEO Thurman included an additional $2.2 million in his budget for DeKalb County's public libraries. The DeKalb Board of Commissioners agreed, approving the measure. County leaders also raised the minimum wage to $14 an hour, affecting 90 library employees.
CEO Thurman understands the vital role that we have in our whole communities, all of our communities throughout DeKalb. DeKalb's a big county. We have a lot of communities in it that depend on the resources of the library. I like libraries because to me they're about people and they're about community building and they're about just connecting people with resources. They're just awesome places, and so I've always loved them and always wanted to be a part of them.
Libraries are doing lots and lots of exciting things, and DeKalb particularly has great libraries all throughout the county. Each different community has different library needs, and they've done a great job addressing all of those.
No matter what your economic station in life is, everything's equal at the library.
Congratulations again to the DeKalb County Public Library System, which also added a new library in Ellenwood this year. The DeKalb County Library has always amazing programs and events. For information, visit dekalblibrary.org. Now, for our next story. Back in December of 2018, K-9 Officer Indy was wounded while on duty, where fellow DeKalb County Officer Edgar Flores was shot and killed by an assailant. Indy lost an eye in the shooting, but he recovered and returned to duty exactly 3 months after the shooting. That's astounding. Let's take a look at story number 6.
What went through my mind immediately was he was dead. Seconds later, I scanned and saw him sitting there, panting, tongue hanging out. So immediately you go from terror to maybe we can work with this.
On December 13th, 2018, K-9 Indy and his partner, Master Police Officer Norman Larson, tracked down a suspect accused of fatally shooting Officer Edgar Flores after a traffic stop on Candler Road.
They located him behind a building with stacks of tires. He was strategically concealed in a position where he could ambush responding officers. K-9 Indy engaged with the suspect, and the suspect shot K-9 Indy in the head. Indy retreated, officers returned fire, killing the suspect.
Officer Larson says Indy gave his team critical additional seconds, ultimately playing a key role in tracking down that suspect. Without Indy, he believes they would have had more fatalities.
In the blink of an eye, it's over. Or it could be over. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. He made sure that day that I was at least guaranteed tomorrow, the next day.
Indy lost his right eye, but has made a remarkable recovery. After spending a few days at a veterinary clinic in Sandy Springs, Indy walked out to cheers and encouragement from an enthusiastic crowd. Officer Larson knew in his heart that Indy would eventually return to work. Like most of his breed, Indy's truly happiest when he's on a mission. The DeKalb Police Department conducted a thorough recertification test to ensure Indy was ready to return to work.
The real reward to him is let me go back to work. We're going to do that here, and we have the blessing, and it feels good.
Indy attended part of the funeral for Officer Flores at All Saints Catholic Church in Dunwoody, even receiving a standing ovation during that brief but touching appearance. Partners for more than 6 years, Officer Larson and Indy are responsible for 230 arrests, 76 apprehensions, and the seizure of illegal drugs valued at $3.7 million. Indy even helped nab a suspect involved in a brutal home invasion in 2016. Over the years and since the December shootout, this police duo has received several awards and recognition for their courageous service. In January, they were honored at a statewide symposium for canine police handlers held in Forsyth, Georgia.
It's really not a surprise that they'd be recognized for something like this. And I think it's really probably something extremely positive coming out of something horrifically tragic.
We wanted to honor not only Officer Flores, but Officer Larson and Officer Indy for their bravery.
The DeKalb Police Department also honored fallen Officer Flores in March. In conjunction with Indy returning to work, the K-9 officer received 2 very prestigious awards, the Medal of Honor and the Purple Heart. Officer Larson received the Exceptional Merit Award. Indy took it all in stride, even checking to see if his new medals were edible.
This is heartwarming and touching. You go to work day to day, you don't realize the amount of support in the community for these dogs, and us as well.
Obviously it's a solemn day, it's an important day, but historic day in the life of DeKalb County as we honor the brave officers both on 2 legs and 4 legs.
Well, that does it for my 3 stories. I hope you all enjoyed them as much as I enjoyed reporting on them this past year. When we come back, you'll be joined by DCTV reporter Crystal Thomas. DCTV's Top 9 of 2019 will return right after the break.
Welcome back to DCTV's Top 9 of 2019. I'm Crystal Thomas, and I'm joining you to show you my 3 favorite stories from 2019. There's so many positive stories happening in DeKalb County, and DCTV is proud to serve our residents and make sure you're always in the know. Story number 7 on our countdown is about DeKalb Works. This essential program started in 2017 when DeKalb County CEO Michael Thurman's administration partnered with WorkSource DeKalb to create a program that offers DeKalb youth ages 17 to 24 summer internships. Now, I really enjoyed working on this story because I also participated in this very program once upon a time. Here now is story number 7. The DeKalb Works Summer Internship Program has offered DeKalb's youth amazing summer job opportunities since 2017. Formed by a partnership with DeKalb County CEO Michael Thurman and the Board of Commissioners, this WorkSource DeKalb program provides hands-on work experience for local residents ages 14 to 24.
They tell us what they're interested in, and our goal is to match them with employers, public and private, in those industries.
One of the reasons when I came to county government that we wanted to do something special for you was because of the experiences I had with you when I was your superintendent.
During this 6-week internship program, DeKalb youth are offered the chance to work on-site at various DeKalb County government offices, as well as various private sector businesses in DeKalb.
It's one program with 2 sets of funding. So we have the CEO's program, which is funded by CEO and the Board of Commissioners. And then we also have the federal side, which is our Workforce Innovative Opportunity Act, the federal funds.
We just want to make sure that we continue to push the youth into great employment opportunities and really just train them for their future so that they're properly prepared.
DeKalb Works also offered participants between the ages of 18 and 24 resume preparation training via the Department of Labor. All interns worked up to 20 hours per week while earning a wage of $10 an hour. And for some of these young people, this was their very first paycheck.
Working and being able to get my own money, it's really important.
DeKalb Works offered 18 pre-employment training sessions for youth and 11 training sessions for worksite supervisors as well.
I want to bring our employers also together and train the employers and also make sure that the employers know the information that we're giving our young people.
Work sites for this year's program included State Farm, YMCA, DeKalb Roads and Drainage, and the DeKalb County CEO's office.
Very rarely do you get the opportunity to see how your local government works from the inside out, and we're proud to be a part of it.
You don't realize how much and what goes on in your county if you're not working inside and being hands-on and doing the things that they do here.
Another worksite, RICO, hosted 17 interns.
We like having younger people come in and give us their ideas. They've got new ways of doing things that make us effective, and having their input is very beneficial.
Clarkston Community Center hosted 26 interns.
The benefit of getting involved is being kept abreast of what's going on with the young people within DeKalb County.
This year included 109 public employers and 116 private employers.
We love the work ethic of the young people and seeing the change in them from when they first started in June to when they left us and go back to school.
You can work in summer for like 2 or 3 months, and it's really helpful for my future.
DeKalb Works offers a beneficial learning experience, helping to provide a brighter future for the youth of DeKalb County.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, CEO
Michael Thurman and Workforce DeKalb.
for this opportunity. The job is really helping me.
For more information about DeKalb Works, visit DeKalbCountyGA.gov/DeKalb Works.
Man, that really brings back memories. Now, great job to all of those who participated in this year's DeKalb Works program. This is truly a remarkable program, and after speaking with these young people, it's clear that they certainly appreciate these opportunities. Now, this next piece is a compilation of events that show just how DeKalb County employees, residents, and officials work hard day to day to keep DeKalb County beautiful. This past year, I covered tons of stories about how DeKalb County works to keep our county clean by eliminating blight and ensuring safe and clean communities for everyone in our county. Let's see story number 8.
July 2016, the first bulldozers came here to demolish Brandon Hill. With that demolishing piece, that was a beginning of a journey.
This is in the heart of my district, and it's important that we show the people of Brandon Hill that we care about them, their hopes, their dreams, their ambitions.
We've been doing the waste disposal and recycling services for Brandon Hills for years. It's right for any corporation to give back, and at the end of the day, it's not about us, it's about giving to others. It's the least we can do.
This is more than just a political prop. They're real human beings that live here. So it's imperative that we demonstrate that we, as their government, care about what's going on here.
This is our neighborhood, and these are our neighbors. Really, it's just about being a good neighbor in your community, and if we could all just learn to love each other a little bit more and stop arguing with each other so much, we'd be a lot better off, I think.
I think an event like this, it's all about collaborations and how do we get neighborhood people, faith-based groups, businesses, and even our government working together. And I love it, the county staff are here with us.
Brandon Hill is really asked the community, can you open your heart to come in from the outside and help you clean up? So this is really not doing for them, this is doing with them.
Ravenhill is one of our parks that has high traffic. So to look at Lone Park today after a cleanup is very impressive. I can walk through that grass and not see one piece of trash.
We are doing a very, very good job, I think, in bringing Longdale Park back.
Our CEO, Michael Thurman, has really pushed cleaning up the blight in the county. And we want to start with our young people. We're going to have a cleaning day. So today is going to be a few hours of picking up, cleaning, making sure our parks are clean. We want our kids to invest in some sweat equity in terms of really cleaning up our parks, cleaning up our rec center. Hopefully, when people start seeing young people reinvested in their community, then people will think twice before they start littering. Are y'all ready?
Yes!
Let's go. To see 20 plus kids go out and say, we're gonna roll up our sleeve, we're gonna make it look much better, is exciting. And so we're excited to be a part of it.
This is a beautiful park, and it gives you just a great feeling when you come out early in the morning just to be here.
Good, you doing all right today?
Yes, sir.
All right, we appreciate you. Craig is back.
We got a Operation Clean Sweep. We're picking up everything at the curb.
We don't have to do a garage sale and beg people to pay $2 for our stuff. It was just perfect timing.
Doing an Operation Clean Sweep is actually free. If it's not nailed down, it's going into the side of the truck.
This is phenomenal. They're doing a great job. Totally satisfied as a customer. I'm happy.
First, I just want to say thank you for all the hard work you do. I'm proud of what you all doing with Operation Clean Sweep and helping to make DeKalb County a cleaner, safer place. I appreciate it.
I'm glad that we have a CEO that is willing to get up and do something about it.
We're gonna continue this and go through every park, every rec center, and get our kids more involved.
This partnership between community and DeKalb County government and the people of DeKalb can be possible, not only in Brandon Hill, in South DeKalb, anywhere where people feel that there is a blight, they can turn that into power.
That looks great, and our county certainly does too. It's nice to take pride in the place we all live, work, and play. For more information about how DeKalb County works every day to keep our county clean, visit DeKalbCountyGA.gov. Now next up, Chris 180 is a local nonprofit organization that serves our communities here in DeKalb County. They offer youth, young adults, and families who have experienced some form of trauma, counseling, services, and housing if needed. Let's take a look at story number 9, which celebrates the grand opening of their brand new facility that will help to expand their services here in DeKalb County. Here now is story number 9.
Attendees at the grand opening included leadership from Chris 180's board of directors, DeKalb County CEO Michael Thurman, staff for Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, and a host of other guests.
1, 2, 3.
I think about how Chris 180 started with 3 group homes for kids in foster care who had significant behavioral health issues that the foster homes couldn't meet. And we were created to fill a gap in services. And since 1981, when we were founded, we have continued to fill gaps in services.
Chris 180 is a nonprofit organization that serves 6 counties in Georgia. They provide children, adults, and families with counseling, safe housing, and training on trauma and child abuse prevention.
I have been, for many decades, a supporter and admirer of your love and your dedication that you provide to families and children who are in need.
DCTV was there last year at the groundbreaking for the center, which was all made possible through Chris 180's Turning Point Capital campaign.
To the supporters who gave to make all this possible, thank you so much. All of you are leaders in this room. You had the vision, you had the heart, but then as leaders, you also inspired others to change their thinking, to take actions, and to give resources.
The campaign raised over $15 million, thanks to a multitude of donors and supporters.
It's an expression of love and commitment to families and children who are facing challenges.
The brand new facility serves as a multi-purpose center for the Chris Training Institute, adoptions, keeping families together programs, administrative offices, and so much more.
While we're here today to officially open this new building, the $15 million Turning Point Capital Campaign that raises funds for everything you see around you is doing so much more than just this.
That's right. The Capital Campaign also allowed Chris 180 to purchase homes within the neighborhood that will be used to house siblings in foster care. DeKalb County and the City of Atlanta have long been partners, working closely with Chris 180 and their many programs.
The City of Atlanta is proud to join DeKalb County and others to partner with Chris 180 so that we can serve more residents facing the critical challenges of mental health, trauma, and homelessness.
This project also transforms Chris 180's facilities to now include fully operational medical and dental services in partnership with Mercy Care.
This is amazing to see it come to fruition. You had the conversations, you showed the pictures, you shared the vision, but to be able to stand, to pause for just a moment, and to take it in.
And there's a lot to take in. This campaign also included upgrades to Chris 180's Summit Trail apartments. These apartments house over 70 young adults ages 17 to 24 who are aging out of foster care or need additional assistance.
The people here, the staff, the volunteers, is evidence of a beloved community where we care and love for each other.
It changes lives. It helps people become stronger and more resilient.
Chris 180's Center of Excellence for Training, Education, and Connections will expand the Chris Counseling Center and more than double its impact in the community, from serving 6,500 people in 2016 to 14,000 in 2020. Chris 180 continues to transform our communities through their hard work and dedication to the people of DeKalb County.
I really enjoyed that story because Chris 180 is an amazing organization, and DeKalb County is proud to have them in our community. Now, for more information about Chris 180, you can visit chris180.org. Well, that's all for my 3 stories. I hope you all had as much fun as I did. Now stay tuned. I'll be right back with my other fellow reporters here at DCTV on DCTV's Top 9 of 2019.
Thank you for joining us for DCTV's Top 9 of 2019. Well, Aviva and Crystal, 2019 was quite an eventful year. We certainly look forward to all that 2020 has in store.
And make sure you stay up to date with all your DeKalb County news by watching DCTV Channel 23.
And don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Thank you so much for watching.
And from all of us here at DCTV Channel 23, Happy 2020.